From the Queen City, we're live inside Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. Major League Baseball on the... Robert Stevenson will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout-to-walk ratio, 2-to-1, that this guy is more a pitch-to-contact guy than a strikeout-walk guy.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first.
I mean, an absolute bullet line drive on the first pitch of the game. I always wondered how many pitchers were so it has to frustrate the living heck out of you, because if I'm leading off, and I never did it in my career, I'd be pulling the trigger every 0-0 pitch. That might be the best pitch you'll see all day.
Drilled right back up the middle. Fielded cleanly on to first. And how about that double play? Wow. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Aaron Altair. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond. But now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit in the air out to center field. Hamilton is after it. And that ends the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. And now the Reds will get their first opportunity. No score. Nick Pivetta will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you want to know if this guy's one of the better pitchers in the league? Well, how about this? Batters are hitting under 200 against this guy for the year, so he's done a good job against both righties and lefties. And I'm looking for him to be just as dominant in this one.
These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
1-2, the count to Billy Hamilton.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
This is popped up. Franco is there, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. With a moment here in Cincy, let's take a glance at the Reds starting lineup in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see the speed and athleticism of Billy Hamilton on display. Coming into this game, he's among the leaders in the NL in stolen bases, so that tells you enough about this guy's speed. But what it also tells you is he does a pretty good job of getting on base. Keep an eye on him if he gets aboard.
So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Hey, you know, D-Row, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
So he got him swinging. Jose Peraza becomes out number 2 this inning. Ready now for Cincinnati, Joey Votto. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
This is an awesome matchup, especially at this moment in time. You got some guys that are fighting for some serious hardware, and I want to see how this shakes out.
2 out, nobody on. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
You know, there aren't many guys that can just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Reds are down in order. Still no score. Here's Luis Valbuena now. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one. Here comes the first pitch. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big one.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And he's going to kick off the second with extra bases. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
First pitch on its way. Turned on down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. The 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Peraza into shallow left. 1 out. So next to the plate for the Phils, Michael Franco. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. He's set, and the pitch. Smoke toward third. Oh, it takes a nasty hop, and he's unable to haul it in. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away. At the plate, Jorge Alfaro, and they're runners at the corners now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. No balls and a strike to count.
Watch your lips in the first couple rows there. He got the head out on that changeup. Good thing they enforced the new netting rules this year.
And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Hit out towards second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the run will score as the Phillies are off to a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Comes set with the 0-1. He pulls this one into right, and that's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
In now, Nick Pivetta. As he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Oh, and he misses it. 1 run scores. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up, and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone. So problems out there in right field as this is going to wind up going as an E9. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. He's set. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses inside 1-0.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make-or-break moment in this game. When you're playing a first-place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Hit to short. Reined in. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left stranded. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Phillies lead it 3-0. And that brings up Scott Schebler. He was hitless in the shutout last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for route number 1.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Under it, Gregorius, and that's out number 2. In now for the Reds, Adam Duvall will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Gregorius. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here. This played 2 full. It's the Phillies 3 and the Reds nothing. Striding in once again, Aaron Altair. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Popped up. There to take it in is Jeanette for the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 21, Valbuena.
Ready for another chance, Luis Valbuena. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High and deep to center field. Hamilton going back at the track, and it's gone as they add still another. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 18 for him on the campaign, as the Phillies have opened things up now 4-0.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. A power pitcher on the bump and a power hitter at the plate. A plus B equals see you later. It's simple math, folks.
The batter.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, this has been a tough one for him so far, D-Roll. 7th hit of the game already. They're really making him work.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. As Dustin Pedroia says, it's a laser show out there.
Into the box, Michael Franco, as he'll go after the first pitch and promptly line one into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Line to the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away.
Check that out right there. I love me some of that. Staying inside the baseball, moving it the other way. Sometimes a pitcher can execute his pitch. It doesn't mean the batter can't grab a knob.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. High in the air out to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. The relay throw, and they won't come close to getting him. He's in there at third.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Nick Pivetta, 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Philadelphia is on top, 5-0. Now at the plate, Eugenio Suarez, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Chasing after it is Herrera. 1 down. Stepping in, Tucker Barnhart. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Altair is there. 2 down. So here's the Reds pitcher, Robert Stevenson. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. And a curveball taken for strike 2. 0-2 once more. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. Ready once again, Nick Williams. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Hit hard back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit. So he'll reach base with 1 out here in the 4th. And with that, let's check out the league leaderboard in hits. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first, and it's another double play. They're second in the first 4 innings as that one will go down quietly there as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. And while we have the moment here, let's look at the Phillies' road to the show report. 2 guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. And here's Jose Peraza. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat. And he fouls this one off. No runs, no hits. 1 error on the ledger for Cincinnati so far. This is in the air out to right field. Under it, Gregorius. And that's out number 2.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
In is Joey Votto now. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
And this is swung on and missed as they jump ahead of Votto here. 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. And the Reds have their first hit of the game. Well, you know what?
The batter.
Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hit hard down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go to.
Votto leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Pulled toward right center field. Gregorius has a play. And that's the third out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. On to the top of inning. Phillies 5 and the Reds nothing. Here's Luis Valbuena now. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Count now a ball and a strike. 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. The 1-2 gets him swinging. He struck him out. Digging in and looking for more, Michael Franco. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Line towards center field. That gets down and the inning continues.
Hey, not a bad way to start the nightcap. 3 at-bats, 3 base hits, D-Row.
Yeah, the pressure falls off you after you go 1 for 1. 2 for 2, all smiles. 3 for 3, get the party started.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Liner toward right center. In there, a base hit. And he's safe.
Well, D-Roll, that looked like a pretty easy inning to start. All of a sudden, 2 outs and back-to-back singles. Runners at first and third.
Yeah, they put traffic on it. I guess I would throw it back at you, Dan. You get 2 quick outs right there, and then you get 2 base hit knocks. Are you even concerning yourself with the traffic on the bases, or are you just trying to execute that next pitch?
You know what happens a lot of times, D-Roll? You lose concentration. You get the first 2 out in the inning. You think, hey, I'm going to breeze through this and get this third guy out. Next thing you know, first and third and 2 out, you have to make some good pitches.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Peraza into shallow left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Phillies leave a couple, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
First pitch on its way. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Herrera's there. And that's the first out of the inning. In now, Adam Duvall comes into this. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Duvall, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
Digging in to try it again, Eugenio Suarez. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, 0-2 the count to Suarez.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Played on the backhand. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. 5 innings complete. Phillies lead this one 5-0. Austin Bryce will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far. First pitch of the at-bat. This is flared out towards second. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Stepping in now, Odubel Herrera. He grounds it sharply to third. Oh, look at the dive. Oh, but he beats it out. Great effort, comes up just short. And now runners will be at first and second with nobody out.
Oh, that's a shame because he made an outstanding diving stop right there. That's when I think the adrenaline might have been pumping a little bit too hard and the ball just takes off on him. Too bad. That could have been a highlight reel play.
Got him fishing that time. 0-1. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So, personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
Here's the 1-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. Pavetta on second. Herrera at first with no outs. Now it remains 2-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Boy, Giro, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base.
One run is scored. And the run is in to score from second. It's 7-0. Digging in once again, Luis Valbuena. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Tap down the line. That ball's foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive.
Well, I think after that foul away, this pitcher can go almost anywhere he wants. That pitch was way off the plate and off speed. I'm surprised he even offered it that one.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Runners are at first and third with none out. Slapped hard the opposite way. Duvall is there. Let's see if they try it. And no shot of testing anything there. He'll hold on at third with 1 gone. Here's Didi Gregorius. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Here comes the first pitch. Now a drive out to left center field. One run will score easily. Here's the second runner around third. He comes across to score as they extend their lead even further.
You simply cannot offer a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off frozen ropes to the outfield like this, and that one drives in a pair.
Standing in now, Michael Franco. Softly hit out toward short, and that'll be the second out. Ready for another shot now. Jorge Alfaro, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch on its way. No balls and 1 strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A wave and a miss.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now with such an uptick in velocity.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll see 8, 9, and he's lead it 9-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Tucker Barnhart will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
50th pitch of the game on its way. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Chasing after it is Herrera. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting,
Phil Gosselin will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
number 46, Phil Gosselin.
Fastball in there for a called strike. 264 is average entering play. 5 homers and 21 driven in. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. A bouncer to the left side. Crawford gloves it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Billy Hamilton. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. In there, and it's 0-1.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. They're down 9-0. Wandy Peralta comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Digging in to try it again, J.P. Crawford, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit in the air to left field. Duvall is there. 1 away. Digging in and looking for more, Nick Pivetta. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. First pitch of the at-bat. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. To his left, Peraza. Throw gets him 2 down.
Up next for Philadelphia,
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Odubel Herrera. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Sinking liner toward left, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Nick Williams is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight.
So frustrating, Hero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
Herrera at second. Williams at first. 2 out in the inning. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Ready once again.
Leading off for the Reds.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Edilberto Ramos gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Peraza is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Ready for another chance? Joey Votto. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, Hero, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Hit on the ground out to short, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Now a low throw, but he can't knock it down at first as it gets right by him. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play, and a big mistake there. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside.
The Reds have been searching for that big hit all game long. Let's hope they can get it. They're starting to run out of time. It's about time for something to happen.
Under it is Franco, and that's out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Duvall. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Votto, the runner at third. Schebler at second with 2 gone. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. Ready on 0-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do something.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Reds strand a couple. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies, Luis Valbuena. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. The 0-1 pitch. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Hey, he's going to have to set his sights a little bit more over the heart of the plate. I can't have one of my best left-handed power hitters reaching and taking an ugly swing like that.
Popped him up. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out. Striding in once again, Didi Gregorius, who drove in 2 runs on a double in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit out towards second. Fielded by Jeanette. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. So next to the plate for the Phils, Michael Franco. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. First offering on its way. 0-1 the count. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And the gamble will work out. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
Now this is the way you want to start off a series. We haven't even hit the weekend yet, and he's on the board again, this time with a double. This is going to be a good 4-game set for him if he can keep this up.
First pitch of the at-bat. Popped up. Votto moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Ready now for Cincinnati, Eugenio Suarez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
In now for the Reds, Tucker Barnhart. No hits to this point. Fouled off. Hot shot down the line. And this is past him at third. Down the line. It's a fair ball. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Barnhart leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Here's a high pop-up. Alfaro is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. In now, Billy Hamilton. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And Franco will make the catch to leave 1. They're down 9-0. Cincinnati's Fountain Square scene there as we welcome you back to Major League Baseball on the show. Kyle Crockett enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Hamilton going back to the track, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. The relay, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Yeah, everyone knows this guy's been having a great year at the plate, but he's not exactly a gazelle on the bases. But he turns on the jets here and makes it all the way to third. He might need an oxygen tank, but hey, he made it.
In now, Edelbray Ramos. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike one. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Hamilton has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he might have thought about it at third, but with one away, decides not to risk it. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Line toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center. And the run is in to score from third. It's a 10-0 score.
Just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with a double. Tack on another RBI to his season total.
From the stretch. Sent on the ground out to second. Jeanette is there on to first, and there are two down. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Aaron Altair. He was a ground out victim last time up. Has a look, now the pitch. Lays off 1-0. Skied into very shallow right. Schebler moves over, and that's the third out. One for the Phillies here on the RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Reds. It's the Phillies. And here's Jose Peraza. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Williams is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away. First delivery to him on the way. Here's Votto down the right side, but this will find the seats, and that's a foul ball.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
0-2 count, and the pitch. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home nine. There are two away now. So now the Reds cleanup hitter, Scott Schebler. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Popped him up. Valbuena has room in foul territory. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Wow, a 9-out save. That's 3 full innings. You don't see that very often these days. It's awfully nice to have a guy in the back end of your bullpen that can